Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of hell. A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at UBNradio.com.
Oh my God! It's week 2 of the Pandora Boxx show. Crowd, go smile. Thank you, studio audience. Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
My mom was busy.
So was mine. Yay, we're back. We didn't get fired.
Woohoo!
I always
Try
think
harder.
that is a good thing in life. If you just don't get fired, you're like, hey, they brought me back for week 2
Right?
here at UBNradio.com for
Plug.
the Pandora Boxx show with my co-host,
Samantha
the
Hale.
lovely, gorgeous,
Oh my God. It's the nicest thing you've ever said.
allegedly straight, Samantha Hale.
I'm offended by that. It's supposedly straight.
Supposedly.
It's my new
I was
hashtag.
going to say something different every week. Allegedly,
Supposedly.
kind of.
Not really.
Every night but Tuesday night.
Hashtag give it up. Hashtag we know.
Somebody eat my vagina.
Oh. I'm very good friends with mine, but I don't want to go near anyone else's.
So it's kind of like a national holiday. I don't know if you're aware of this, but it is the 35th anniversary of the movie Xanadu being released.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, should we have a parade?
I just
or?
feel like I farted a rainbow right now, guys. Just became even gayer than I was before.
Not sure that's possible.
Yeah, and Olivia Newton-John and her daughter released a song.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The music video was shot at Cher nightclub in
I love Cher
in
nightclub.
Vegas. I don't think I've been there.
It's
But oh no, I have been there because I've seen Derek Barry, who I
Fabulous.
love,
So
perform
talented.
there, and I went up and told him I hate him and he needs to eat a sandwich. Only because he has these amazing like rock hard abs and he's doing
Oh,
Britney and just
completely.
looks like Britney and is gorgeous. And he's like, oh, here are my 2 gorgeous husbands too. I'm
I
like,
know.
ew.
And he's like a nice person. I mean, come on.
I know.
Just knock it off. Ew.
Oh.
No, Cher is my favorite because they have the most beautiful go-go's I've ever seen there. I was there with Mariah Balenciaga and Morgan McMichaels.
trouble. That's trouble.
Completely trouble. But I was there in the dressing room, and there was just the most beautiful man covered in tattoos and just everything, doing push-ups in a G-string on the floor. And I just jaw-dropping. I couldn't move. I was stunned to silence. And Morgan was like, do you see something you like? Or I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he was straight.
Yeah.
But he was having sex with the one female go-go dancer there. I was like, oh.
Right there in the back room.
Completely.
Like, it's just like, that's my sound of eating vagina.
Oh,
That's what
wow.
it sounds like, right?
It sounds really chewy.
That's like that's a turn on, right? You're like, oh yeah, make that, yeah.
Yeah. I just...
Well, speaking of Cher, today, I have daily goals, and today it was to wake up, do errands, and make a Cher playlist. And I accomplished all of it.
Did you?
I did.
What was the first song? What's your number one?
Well, I think it was Taxi Taxi from her Believe album, a never released track, because it's just funny that she's singing Taxi, give me a ride. Woo, take it to. That's my very crappy Cher. Actually, Michelle Visage and I like to do crappy Cher impersonations in front of Jed Michaels.
Oh,
It's
oh my
very
God.
comical because we were. Michelle and I would go shopping on the Battle of the Seasons tour together, and we both love the store Forever 21 because we like to continue to live the dream. That, never 21 or 21 ages ago. So we were trying on jackets, and she's like, oh, it's very Cher. It's very Cher. Woo. We're just doing it in Forever 21. And these kids are walking by going, who are these 2 old ladies doing Cher?
Why do you sound like a puppy that got hit in the face?
Because you go, I don't know, I'm just go.
I walk past a Forever 21. They're like, no, ma'am, sorry. She goes right up the way.
They have cute stuff, especially around New Year's. But But yeah, and actually, part of my celebrity stalking, Cher is celebrating 50 years on the Billboard charts. 50 years.
That's amazing.
It's incredible. She's had a #1 in each of the last 6 decades. And her Closer to the Truth album, her last album, is her highest charting solo effort ever.
Oh my gosh. Well, not to brag, but we didn't get fired, so
Yeah,
we're doing big things too.
50
yeah,
years at
I mean-
Billboard.
See, they're out of control.
We're week 2 in our podcast.
That's like 14 days. I can do math.
Yeah, and I feel like we're gonna have to pay the audience that. It's not really an audience.
Pay the sound effect.
Here,
have
thank
to
you for playing the
Pay
sound
the
effect,
software
right?
that we
Yeah.
illegally downloaded it from.
I mean, well, the word of the week today is flucky, which is fucking lucky.
Oh.
You put it together. I feel very flucky that we made it to week 2.
You know who got flucky is Jennifer Aniston finally got married. If there's hope for me, there's hope for me yet. She recovered from Brad Pitt.
Did she?
She
I just
did.
took a big gulp of my iced tea, and
I know, it's
I thought it sounded really loud. It's like
It's like, why did you? I like. Are we
you
having
said. You said Brad Pitt, and I just got all verklumped over
I
here.
thought I said Jennifer Aniston, and you needed a moment of silence. That's what I thought happened.
I did. I was like, oh, poor Jennifer.
Oh,
Poor Jennifer
there's
Aniston.
nothing poor about her. She doesn't have to work a
No.
day in her life.
I love that when the tabloids make you like you're supposed to feel sorry for Jennifer Aniston.
I'm like, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're a
still
movie
don't.
star and you had a hit TV show and got paid like $1 million an episode.
You had a haircut named after you. Go
yeah,
away.
terrible.
You're cool.
But also, celebrity stalking, Miley Cyrus. I'm kind of in love with Miley Cyrus.
Mhm.
I have been, but I thought it was really cool that she was at the RuPaul's Drag Race.
And you know, she
finale.
sat through the whole taping.
no,
like,
she was
being
there the
supportive and
whole
taking
time.
pictures.
And kids that may be listening at home that watch that, hour and a half show, that is a long
It's,
show.
it's not a 90-minute taping.
No,
that's
sitting
for
there
sure.
and you don't know when the camera's on you, so you're just like, I don't want to look like I just pooped my pants. So I gotta just smile the whole time. And
I think you and I hid in the bathroom for like a solid 15, 20 minutes. Like you, me, and Courtney act. I think
we did. I don't know. We were like, okay, no.
we were
and
like,
then-
I just need to.
well, Courtney Act went and got a drink at the bar. Now you know that's a long day
Mhm.
because she doesn't drink a lot. So
Mhm.
her, of course, her drink was like a thimbleful, and I was just like, no,
I
give
know.
me the Venti, Grande, whatever the big size is.
You know, and she probably drank it and lost weight.
She
'cause
took-
she's
she-
just that.
She sipped it, and I was
She
like,
did.
oh God, I am like your drunk aunt sitting in front of you.
Good old Auntie
And
Pandy.
you're like, oh, I just no, I should be up there. I lost twice. Why aren't I answering one of these fucking questions?
Greggy
in the
Soda brought to you by
audience.
Pandora Boxx.
No, don't say that. Don't say the name until they're sponsoring us.
I'm trying. I'm
yeah,
working
well,
it.
we'd like a vodka. No, yeah, that's gonna get a vodka sponsor. Yes, it is.
I'm just showing that it does a good job at yes.
But
I
anyway,
know.
Miley said that in a recent article that she feels like a 15-year-old boy trapped in a 20-year-old woman's body.
A
and
15-year-old boy
A 15-year-old boy, yeah.
She
And she's
played
dating
video
she's
games and
dating. Well, I
masturbate a
she's
lot.
she says she's very gender fluid, which I kind of like. Very gender fluid,
that's a
where
new
you kind
term.
of like. It's kind of you're fluid through all the genders. Like you might feel like one day and something like that the other. And I'm definitely that because
Okay.
I was watching Inside Amy Schumer, who
I love
might have a
her.
lesbian crush on. I was watching her show, and she does a lot of things about like women humor and like women like how they act and
Mhm.
stuff. And we're watching it, and my boyfriend's looking at me going, "That's you, that's just making fun of you." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm a woman."
Well-
I'm like, I act like a woman, which is maybe why I make my living at doing that.
Probably.
But I like having a penis.
Me too. Just not attached
And my
to
butt.
me. Inside.
No, in your butt.
Yeah, well.
Why do guys always want to do it in a lady's butt?
You know, tighter. I don't. I don't know.
There's already a hole there.
Th-
I'm just kind of like,
They like options. They're ADD. They not only do they want to date multiple women, they want to conquer multiple
they
holes.
just want to
apparently.
stick their dick in everything.
Right. Did I tell you about the time I almost met Amy Schumer? not too long ago.
Almost. This
Almost.
starting out
This
as a
is
great
not sta-
story.
Well,
Woo!
she dropped in on a show, and I love her, but I didn't want to be that idiot who's like, oh my God, I love you. So I basically just stalked her on the patio and just waited for my moment. Finally figured out what to say. I gather the courage. I start walking over to her, and right as I'm getting there, this tiny little blonde woman comes and just cuts me off, just stands there, totally blocks me. Amy scampers off in the background, and I'm so mad, with this tiny little blonde woman. So I go up and I tap her on the shoulder, right? I tap her, and she turns around, and she's David Spade.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Wah, wah. That was I know. I really thought it was a woman. I was
Oh
like,
my
who is
God.
it? Oh, okay.
When my hair was longer and blonde, people would always be, "Oh my God, you look like David Spade." I'm like, ew.
Really?
And then I go home and cry and
I don't see that.
eat chocolate. Well, thank you.
I really don't.
No, and he's not part of my man crush or titty tweaking Tuesdays.
Titty tweaking Tuesdays. Is that what tweak sounds like?
No, when you're like the three T's together.
Oh, you're triple T'ing.
I don't know. We might have to work on that. But Zac Efron, because I
Oh.
love Zac Efron, and he's in talks to be in the new Baywatch movie, which I didn't even know there was a movie
There's
coming
a
out.
Baywatch
So there's a
movie?
Baywatch movie that's going to be starring The Rock, and Zac Efron is supposedly gonna.
Wait, is Hasselhoff going to be in it as like the old Yoda who like gives advice to
I
the young
don't
bodyguards?
know. Oh my
I would watch it just for that.
but as long as he's drunk.
Completely, and eating a hamburger off the floor.
I don't know, but if it's Zac Efron shirtless, I mean, I'm just there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go.
In.
It was
Sold.
Yeah. But let's try some Sam Says. What do you have to say? What are we talking about?
We're talking about Zac Efron's abs. That's what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, but no, you wanted to talk about a wrestling campaign or your
Oh, wrestling.
that-
Oh,
that whole crazy.
the Rhonda. Yeah, the do nothing.
That was your setup
bitch.
for your Sam Says.
Sam
That's just kind of a
Says.
yeah. Maybe we go lesbian speaks.
Oh my God, I cannot.
Straight
win.
Sam says.
I know. Well, I like her. I'm sure she's the
You shake
UFC
it.
fighter who's like
Yeah.
all of her fights total have lasted like 106 seconds. She's just destroyed her competitor so quickly. And her mom apparently told her, don't be a DNB, which is do nothing bitch, which is basically her mom's way of saying, make your own money and don't depend on a man and this and that. And here I am depending on a drag queen for exposure. So I clearly didn't get the message.
All 5 of those listeners appreciate it. I'm sure that's the number right now on their second podcast. My 3 fans from
No, I think there's
Twitter.
I think there's more than that. Probably like a solid 6 or 7.
Well, if actually everybody that followed me on Twitter or one of these social medias actually listened or or watched a music video
Right.
or some kind of video I came out with, I'd be
Right.
huge. I'd be huge in
Well, you
Idaho.
I know. You are huge. You have like 107,000 followers or something.
Well,
That's
true.
pretty cool. I love your shirt, by the way, nerd.
Thank you. It says Star Wars if you're just listening and not watching.
So, I took one of those
Shaking.
personality quizzes. I took the which, on BuzzFeed, I took the which Star Wars
I
character
was like,
are
well,
you?
you have to narrow it down because they
I
have
know
like
there's so many
a million
of them.
them.
No, I took the Star Wars one, and oh wait, I'm just kidding. I'm a comic, not a loser. I'm fired. I'm
Well.
fired.
No, it's fine. Have you ever heard of anything called a Comic-Con?
Oh my! I actually would love to go to Comic-Con. I've never been.
Well, that's because you have to get tickets so far in advance.
Do you really?
Yeah, no, it really sells out. It's crazy. I
Oh.
want to go too.
I would love to go.
I went
I'll
to
go.
well, I went to the Gallifrey 1 convention, which is
Gallifrey one. I have
the
no
Doctor
idea
Who
what that is.
convention.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally a geek, but yeah, I love the show, and they invited me to come just to come to
that's
the
so
thing. It was
cool.
cool because John Barrowman was giving. I guess whatever, a talk or whatever. He was
Like a
amazing.
panel talk?
Yeah, a panel
Yeah.
talk, but it was more
Yeah.
like a stand-up comedy show, and he was
fun.
hilarious, and he had so much energy that I was exhausted watching him. I'm like, how can I get that much energy besides heroin? But does that give you energy?
Yeah, I don't. I don't know.
I've never done it.
I can't tell you. I've
Okay, so we're gonna in the break we'll get some heroin and we'll figure
Fantastic.
out. So yeah, but I don't really like that. Don't be a do nothing bitch. Isn't that kind of like?
It's kind of I understand like what she's saying behind
Yeah.
it, but I mean, it comes off as a little aggressive, but then again, she's a UFC fighter.
True,
I don't know.
guess you could say, don't be a kept woman.
Don't be a kept. Just.
And don't show off your ankles, you hussy.
Yeah. I know, but then the other thing is she's under a lot of heat for, like, there were some pictures posted of her in a bikini, and they're like, oh, she's so masculine. She has a, I'm like, no, she's muscular. She's in shape. There's no one body type that's supposed to be beautiful. Like a healthy woman, it's a healthy woman, you know?
Yeah.
Like, back off, ladies.
Fuckers.
Back on, men.
Well, I'm sure the lesbians like it.
I know. Well,
I don't know. I always make a lot of. I realize I make a lot of lesbian jokes on my shows, and I'm like, oh my god, I like lesbians because
I do too. I have so many friends. I have so many lesbian friends. I did have a moment the other day, which I probably shouldn't be telling you this because you're gonna use it against me
see, here it
the rest
comes.
of my life. But I did. A friend of mine's a lesbian, and I took her home the other night. I got her high out of her mind.
And
we
she
watched,
fingered you.
We would not. Yeah, while watching Xena Warrior Princess, completely.
just one.
We. No, honestly, the last time that I was fingered was by Jessica Wilde. Just saying.
Oh,
I'm serious.
No.
She's like, oh, mommy, I don't want to like go inside of it. I just want to touch it. I'm like, okay. She didn't really give me an option.
It's just, I love that
I
pussy.
love that acai pussy.
Gross.
All right, you're
All
welcome.
right, so now it's time for
What? I think that previous topic was
Yeah, that was you led. It was a good lead in.
Yeah. Yay.
So I saw this thing on Facebook, and it's a suspension base jumping, but it requires you to have a parachute attached to your skin on your back. Like you put the metal rods through it, and then you jump off a bridge.
That's some circus stuff.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I kind of.
cool.
I mean, that is a thing where they put things in hooks and stuff, and
And you hang
hook
and you
up.
suspend.
Yeah,
and
there's a
it's-
drag queen, Porcelain, in San Francisco,
Uh-huh.
who I'm friends with, and she does a lot of that.
That's really
Like
cool.
she suspends, and it's in her skin.
But
in her
she doesn't
back.
like jump off of a. Like, wait, where do they jump off of a what?
I don't understand. They jump off of like a bridge, and then it's
bridge.
like, here I'm flying. Here's my parachute.
does it
it's
not
attached
rip?
to my back.
How does it not rip though? Like
I
this,
don't know.
that's that's
It's
very like hostile to me.
Yeah.
Very Saw
It makes me think of
Saw 14.
what's poor old wiener dog hanging up upside down, bleeding out, and hostile too.
Oh,
Like, oh no, wiener dog.
that's the thing. Whenever if an animal ever gets hurt in a movie, I'm always more upset about the animal.
No, actually, it wasn't a wiener dog. It's the girl that played wiener dog in that movie. That I can't think of the name. Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Oh, Heather
Heather, yeah.
Mazzaro.
Yeah, and I couldn't think of her real name, so
Oh,
I'm
you
calling her
called
wiener
her a
dog.
wiener
But that's what they called her in the movie, and that's
okay.
because she did such a great job in that movie, and so she'll always be wiener dog to me. But she's like hanging upside down and hostile too.
It's quite
just,
the
like,
compliment.
bleeding out,
If
screaming.
you ever meet her on the street, you were so good.
Oh my
You
God,
were
wiener
forever
dog!
to me, wiener dog.
Oh, well, you know that happens to a lot of people.
Oh.
Forever, people will just be saying raspberries to me, and I
know.
and I want to punch them in the cooter. There's also a thing called, I think a part of a BuzzFeed thing, which I think that's where we get all our information. It's called latex male enema pants, and you pee in a tube, and then you give yourself an enema with your own urine.
No.
I mean, that sounds like a hot night, right? Like you're just like,
yeah, from Craigslist. Sounds like
I'm
a
like-
great into the unusual.
ew.
Self-inflicted enemas.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a
Ugh.
lot of things out there, but
Yeah.
I really, I've peed in my own butt, but that's just because I had to go and drag sometimes. And I'm like, oh my God, I think I just peed in my butt a little.
I think that deserves a what.
What?
Oh my God. It comes out for a reason. It's not supposed to go back in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I can't imagine. Maybe you just, I don't know, walking around. I'm going to go to Target and
Yeah.
give myself a Peba enema while I'm walking to Target. I've got a big, maybe that's why some people are really happy with like going shopping. They're like, I'm peeing in my butt right now, guys. I love it.
It's so
I love
freeing.
peeing in my butt.
That's what I hope that someone comes up to you after listening to this radio show, sees you on the street, and is like, peeing in my butt. Love it. Raspberries.
Some guy offered to do that to me one time when I hooked up with him.
How
He's
thoughtful.
like, I wanna in your butt and then pee it out, and I'm like,
Well,
ew.
wait.
Like, no,
okay.
I don't. 1, I didn't know that was a thing. And 2, gross. And 3, all right, let's just get off and get this over with. Because I was like, should I leave now or just get off first and go? I'll just get off first and go.
Well, that's the right thing to do.
I mean, it is.
yeah.
I didn't want to be rude.
No.
But we have some special guests on our show this
We
week. I'm very
do.
excited. From RuPaul's Drag Race season 7, a fan favorite, a phenomenon, if you will. Trixie Mattel is here,
That's so awesome.
and comedian, actor, day prostitute Justin Martindale is here.
I think he prefers Daywalker.
Jaywalker. So the girls did a cover thing of all RuPaul songs, and so I thought I'd play Trixie's for you.
Oh,
And
those
when
are
I
so
told her I
much
was going to
fun.
play it, she's like, "Oh no!" But so here's Trixie Mattel and Geronimo. Now, hit it. Gosh, that was brilliant. Oh, welcome to the show. I'm periscoping too. We've got fabulous Justin Martindale.
Hello, good to be here.
You're funny.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
funny.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Back.
And recording artist. What was the other one? Fashion Muse.
Oh, you forgot Fashion Muse.
Fashion Muse. Trixie Mattel is here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. The crowd goes wild.
Philanthropist,
Yes. Philanthropist, fashion muse,
botanist,
Botanist.
cobbler.
magic bullet enthusiast,
Ooh.
QVC sensation, Trixie Mattel. Yes.
And Trixie, you just moved to the Los Angeles
My
area.
room in my new place is literally full of boxes. Of
Yay,
junk.
box people,
Yay.
box troll.
Yay.
Giving box troll realness.
Yeah,
I love a box. you know.
Yeah, I just
I
moved
do not.
here.
Oh my God, it's really close. Sorry, I'm periscoping as I'm doing this.
It's so beautiful. I'm not here very much, but especially being from Wisconsin, it's definitely a cultural shift.
I would, Wisconsin. I would think,
Everyone has
little bit.
abs and pinkberry.
as a pinkberry.
Mhm.
And a what? I was periscoping. I wasn't listening.
And everybody has like abs and pinkberry.
Oh, abs. I don't have abs.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
like in Wisconsin. No, they don't.
Yeah.
Did Pinkberry
And
mean
everybody's
something
not-
else in
and
Wisconsin?
everybody is like super sexy and beautiful here, and
I'm right here.
all the guys are on prep. I'm like, in
Oh.
Wisconsin, prep is just wiping before he comes over. Okay.
Oh my God.
It was really weird because we were watching you on the monitor in there, and we didn't know there was a delay, so we're watching you talk, and
Yeah.
then you opened the door, and it was like,
It was a total big business moment. We were like,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm Rose. No, I'm Rose.
Save Jupiter Hollow.
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
So what's your next gig? Where are you going, Trixie Mattel? You're all over the place.
Oh my God! Well, Thursday I'm going to Phoenix for like a big show with Pearl and a bunch of other hookers from that television program. And then every week of vacation, and then I'm doing a UK tour.
Fabulous.
Oh,
Another one, right?
Another one, yes.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
No.
And
I think it's great.
And I always end the Europe tour thing with Hamburger Mary's Berlin because it's so weird because it's like an American Hamburger Mary's, but everything is just the same.
Berlin?
Yeah,
They have a
Germany.
Hamburger Mary's
I
in
know, really?
Berlin?
Yes,
Yeah.
in Germany.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Do they do bingo nights?
they do bingo nights. Yeah, it's kind of great.
Oh.
I always
my
end
God.
mine with a Hamburger Mary's show here in Long Beach, and I'm like, I'm a star.
I
I'm a
love-
goddamn star.
I love bingo. I used to just do bingo in Milwaukee, and then in Berlin though they are psychotic. I did a party there on a Sunday that didn't even start till 2, and I didn't go on till 4.
Wow.
I'm like,
Wow.
don't you people have
Huh?
jobs?
No.
And you know where like have coat check in Berlin? They were like, I'm just gonna check my pants and my shoes. I'm like, well, okay,
Y'all are
live your truth.
freaks.
I know.
Berlin freaks.
Crazy. I've never been to Berlin, but
Mm-mm.
It was,
now I want to go and check my pants.
Mhm.
it was cool. Yeah.
So Justin, what do you have coming up? I think you're funny.
You
I'm
know,
a good interviewer, right? I think
I've
you're
been,
funny.
We've been hanging out, you know. I've just been performing a lot. I have a show Thursday at the Comedy Store, and then my web series Not Looking season 2 comes out August 23rd. So we just did Outfest for here in LA, and then we did the West Hollywood Outfest. And it was in their short program, so it's got like Drew Droege and Lance Bass is in it, and Jay Rodriguez, who I guess he was here last week.
yeah.
He plays my boyfriend.
In season
Oh,
1,
lucky
people can watch
bastard.
it now.
Huh? You can watch the first season online. Go to funnyordie.com and watch it. But the second season, all five of the episodes will be available to look at on the 23rd. And so yeah,
To look at.
and just
Are you
to know,
canceled
okay.
too, or are you going to keep doing more?
I don't know. It depends on how.
Stop
That's an
me.
okay question. Yeah. Are you gonna keep doing it? Or are you gonna give up on your dreams? What's happening? No. It's if we get the right amount of buzz about it, you know, then we'll see what happens. We had a good time doing it. It's a big process to do, but we had a blast doing it, and everyone was great. And so
It's
yeah,
very funny. I watched it.
we had a good time doing it. And did I say Drew Droge's in it? Because he's in like everything.
Yeah.
So
I love
he's a
him.
funny
you know,
cat.
You know who I saw at, I want to say it's called what is it?
Costco?
No, it's like Tender Greens. I was at Tender Greens, and
Uh-huh.
the guy with the shaved head from Not Looking, I want to say his name is
Oh,
like
Jeremy.
Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him. I didn't want to say hi, but I was scared.
Yeah. Very timid, that one. Yeah, so yeah, that's
Yes, Trixie Mattel. When I look at you, I think timid. You know that.
Yeah.
timid, yeah, frail.
That's the best when I'm in like a meet and greet. Someone's like, I'm shy. And I'm like, me too. And I'm in like full birthday drag. Like, yeah, I'm shy too.
You're probably one of the only drag queens that I think is completely unrecognizable.
Yeah.
outside of
Out of
your
drag?
character.
Oh, yeah. On Drag Race, when I got out of drag and came back into the workroom, the other girls were like, can you get me a Red Bull? I'm like, I don't work here.
Oh,
Goofed.
God,
They're
that's
like, I'm Trixie. They're like, no, you're not. I'm like, I swear to God, I am.
that's hysterical.
Because I don't use my real features at all. Just put on the clown paint and go.
just cartoon it up.
Yeah.
I love it though. What was your favorite part from
Now,
Drag Race?
filming it is horrible. Watching it is horrible. Everything about it is it's all, filming it is difficult. Watching it sucks. And then, not winning twice also sucked. But afterward, you do Drag Race not so you can win $100,000 or be on television. You do it so you can have the experience of, like, afterward. More
Yeah.
of it,
The journey, the process.
Yeah, I care
Yeah.
more about traveling the world and doing
Yeah.
drag than
The
I care
dick.
about.
Oh,
About what? About what? Say it. Spill the
Then I
tea.
care about winning like the money.
Yeah.
You can.
I mean, the
make
money would be nice, but
Yeah, but I mean, if you get, especially when you're a weird drag queen like me, Drag Race is a great way to find my fans. Because my drag, you either like it or you do not like it. So
I think that would be so much fun because you guys get like fan art and like people just give you things.
I had to tell people stop giving me Barbies. I mean, I have boxes of just Barbies in my house.
What
That's
kind
just
of
creepy.
Barbies?
You're a
Barbies.
grown person.
I have Barbies and like plush toys and bears and stuff.
You're
because-
borderline Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on a thing right now for my doing like a touring like comedy thing next year, and I'm trying to like tell people like, I love a gift, but just put a kid's name on it and give it to an actual child because I don't know what to do with it.
That's a good idea.
Give it to some little faggot who can I say
Yeah,
faggot?
I mean you
you can
did.
say anything
I
you
can say
want.
faggot. I know a gay person. I have a gay
Yeah.
friend.
That's how it works. If you have a friend,
Yeah.
you can make any
It's
comment
our
you
word. We
want,
own it.
right?
The paintings and stuff are amazing.
Well, why
I mean,
don't you do
blah,
that for
blah.
Christmas? Like give it to like Toys for
Exactly,
Tots.
yeah.
Give all
No,
those Barbies. to
In
them.
drag, I want you to go and just in a wheelbarrow and wheel all those Barbies down.
Or
and
but
donate
first make a
them.
dress out of like all of their heads. Like you have to make a Barbie headdress.
Yeah, well, my show that my one woman show for next year, it's called Trixie Mattel, ages 3 and up, and it'll have a toy drive tie-in, so
Oh.
people will come to the show and bring toys or donate money for toys.
Oh, you're a giver, Trixie
We're gonna
Mattel.
give-
You're a giver.
We're gonna give to these little gay boys who want, a Polly Pocket.
I always
don't
wanted
have
a
one.
doll. Well, I played with my sisters. It didn't matter, so
Yeah.
that's fine. All right, so now it's time for Soapbox, which is also
Okay.
a feature on my website, where you can go and Samantha and I blog about things occasionally, but we
Mostly hot
we should do it
shirtless
more.
guys.
So we're gonna have some topics and we're gonna talk about it. And the first one, because they're crazy, we're gonna talk about the Republicans and the GOP debate, which I did not watch the whole thing. I
Yeah.
watched like highlights because I can't sit through the whole
I
thing.
did too.
That's-
But I will tell you, it is the one time I wanted Kanye to interrupt something. I was like, where is Kanye? Like, why can he not interrupt this?
It's a
shit
hard
show?
sell for me. Like people are like, did you watch it? I'm like, watch boring people talk about something boring about things I don't agree with. No, I skipped it. Believe it or not,
Right.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
right.
I'm like a bad. I'm that age group where they're like, you need to be more involved, and I'm like, I know, but it's not exciting enough
Well,
to watch.
I don't think
Can
you
they
would be
wear
voting.
wigs?
I don't think you would be voting Republican anyway. So
I know,
Mm.
but then when I'm like, people, you can't really. When it comes time to vote and stuff, you're supposed to be informed. What I usually do is I have a trusted friend, and I say, what do you want me to vote for? And I just do that. At least I'm voting.
is
Yeah.
is
That's
it a
wild.
voice in your head or is it a real person?
It's a real person.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Yesterday, there was a guy in Santa Monica with no shirt on. And it was no teeth. And he asked me if he could come clean my house. And I was like, no, thank you. But who did you vote for?
Oh, that was George. Yeah, he's that guy.
He's a good cleaner, by the way. He cleaned something. I
He was
tried
like
it.
coming on to me, I think. He was like, I'll clean your house. I'll do whatever. And I was like, if I'm paying for it, I'm not starting with the Nordstrom rack of hookers. Thank you, please. Not at the rack.
He was probably Republican. I honestly am scared about the whole damn thing. I think it's terrifying. These people.
That-
These
Yeah.
people.
that Donald Trump is leading.
Oh, he's
No.
leading.
And he
Oh my
lets you know
God.
it.
And I talked to my mom the other day, and she was like, "You know what? I'm with Donald Trump on this." And I was like, "What?" And
Your
she goes,
own
"Well, yeah, my own mother."
mother?
And I go, "Mom, you know he hates women. Like the only reason he saw the Fantastic Four movie this weekend was because there was an invisible woman in it. Like, he hates women, and like it's all like hype. Like Hillary Clinton's like getting up now. She said something about it like today about like
Yeah.
what an ass he is, and like a lot of women are afraid. Like I think women should be afraid of any of these
Yeah.
candidates. These guys who are like, we're gonna have control of your bodies, and we're gonna pay you less, and all this other stuff. It's like so bizarre. It's so weird, and the way that Donald Trump handled that. What was her name? Megan.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm
Megan
talking-
Trainor.
Megan
Yeah.
Trainor.
Megan
Trainor.
She's all about that Trump.
Yeah.
I thought it was like so disrespectful, and I'm like, I don't care if you're a Fox News correspondent. At least treat me like a human being,
Yeah.
and don't like shame me on like.
Right.
It was like threatening too, like almost
Yeah.
like, "Well, wait till you see what I'm gonna do now next
Yeah.
time or something." And it's like, what?
And then he went
Yeah.
off. Then he went off about saying like how he doesn't respect her as a journalist and all this other stuff. And I'm like, you're a dick. You're just a dick. And it scares me
Yeah.
because we live in a society now where people are just like, you know what? Maybe we do need a dick president.
That's his whole campaign.
Yeah.
Is America's leaders are too nice. They're
Yeah.
too stupid. We need an asshole
yeah.
to say no. Like he's so full of crap.
You
If
gave
your life
Nene
needs-
Leakes a chance to be your apprentice. That
Right?
terrifies me.
Right?
If your life needs structure, marry a Middle Eastern guy. You know.
Yeah,
That's
that'll
so,
be.
ugh.
I kind of feel like after they just went and had like a meeting at the Stepford, Men's Association.
Yeah,
like, they
exactly.
just all went back and were like,
Yeah.
"Okay, let's go have a drink here."
And that's why you don't
Stepford.
watch the news because it's just scary.
It's scary as shit. I
Yeah.
can't even look at Facebook anymore. I call it Faces of Death book.
Uh-huh.
I mean, because I live in mostly hotels at this point in my life, and I'm just flipping through, and there's 17 like sports channels and like 15 versions of Fox. I'm just flipping. It's like 47 trans youth were shot in the face at Wendy's today, and I'm like, that
Yeah.
channel,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
it's a lot. to
Like I
take
wake up
in.
and check Facebook and it's like, watch this little girl drown a bag of kittens. I'm like, what? I'm like, let me have a coffee first.
Oh, totally.
But then I'll post something and I get like reported for nudity.
I
Just,
know,
like,
I know.
Like 1/4 of somebody's butt crack showed, and
I
it's like
know.
no nudity, but Johnny Cats and
Yeah.
violence. Yeah,
Mm,
run over
all
that
the
old
time.
woman.
Zac
it's on
Efron being
Facebook.
shirtless, totally fine.
the best is when drag queens have like a breastplate on, and someone's like, I find this offensive. I'm
Oh,
like, that's a
God.
rubber tit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
free the fake
Right.
nipple.
Yeah.
It's so
And
stupid.
it's sexist on top of everything.
I mean, Samantha was just topless earlier before we came out on the show. She likes to go
yeah.
to Starbucks.
Oh, this is painted on.
That's how. Yeah. Oh, can you imagine if this were my breastplate? I'm like,
I
I think I
could.
got the floor model. I don't think this is the one that. Oh crap.
Living space.
You got the
I
travel
did.
one. You
I
got the carry
travel
on.
size.
Yeah.
Oh.
Girl, you don't get your breastplates
Uh,
from Walmart.
Katya,
Oh, I'm
Katya
learning.
from Drag Race carries on her boobs because she has the silicone kind, so it's like 7 pounds. So she doesn't want to check it. It's
Oh
too
my
heavy.
god.
So
Oh,
she
that's
carries it
fun.
in
Has
like
it
her
in her
backpack.
backpack?
Yeah.
Oh, I did that once because I
Titties
had
in a
like
bag.
Oh my god.
I had an emergency drag kit because I was afraid of like, what if I lose it and I don't have it? So I put it
Yes.
in like a bag and carried it. But then every time my boobs, like my silicone boobs, would like set off the thing. They're like, "There's something in here." And
Like,
we
"Don't
can't-
open it."
There's something circular, and I'm like, oh, that's my tit.
And then they look at you like, because they don't realize it's drag, and they're
Yeah.
thinking like, is he gonna like titty fuck this on the plane? Like,
Yes,
that's
on the
Oh.
plane.
Or-
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
I
God.
just actually
Keep your kids quiet or I'm
Could
gonna
you-
titty fuck them.
Could you imagine like just put on your breastplate over your clothes on the plane just while you're eating the airline food? Just like,
Yeah.
and lick the nipples.
you're watching Still Alice.
Oh, not
Oh my
still
Dripping
god.
through the
Alice.
Still
nipples.
Alice.
Or like the woman's like actually breastfeeding her kid, and then you put yours on over it, and like just
Yeah.
breastfeeding nothing. You're
just in case
yeah.
you need an extra
Mhm.
nipple.
You're like, I'm
or-
with you on this journey.
Right.
Make eye contact with me.
I love watching those airplane movies. And I
Still
love it.
Alice.
Oh, and
Oh
I
my
always
God.
pick this. Recently, I've watched Still Alice and If I Stay. On the way back from Australia, I had 4 glasses of wine. Just pulling my Pandora moment, and I'm watching like
Only
Still
4?
Alice, like like sobbing, and the server's
Yeah.
like, "Do you need anything?" I'm like, "Leave me alone."
That movie kind of scared me because I was like, okay, it's about she's young, right? She's only like in her 40s or 50s or something. She's well educated, brilliant woman, and she gets Alzheimer's. And I was like, oh my god, if that could happen to a woman like her, like I'll
Was
be-
she Republican
Yeah,
though?
I don't know.
Okay, we need to
There's-
find out.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was like, whatever, I'll be fine.
because it wasn't a cute old people like, "Oh, what day is it?" It was like
Yeah.
a young woman not recognizing her daughter.
Right.
It's not cute.
Right.
I thought it was gonna be a feel good comedy. Like, I'm still Alice after all
Waka
these
waka.
years.
I'm slinging mashed potatoes in this diner.
Oh, Alice, you are still Alice.
Oh.
Oh my
no.
god, that does sound like a 70s
Or
sitcom.
well, it really sounds like it's about a paralyzed woman.
Oh God.
Still.
Oh.
There's got to be some sort of
When
like ding
Alice
ding
was
ding
thrown
or
from a horse at a young
Oh,
age,
God.
her life
I know.
changed.
Like at midnight where they give points.
Oh,
my
the
God.
points,
yes,
the points buzzer.
absolutely.
That's completely
Yeah.
God, I
Well,
need-
speaking of movies,
Uh-huh.
the Stonewall movie is getting a lot of
a
shite
lot of heat for that
because of their
yeah.
preview, and it looks like there's it's just
whitewash.
whitewash, a
Mhm.
white gay man did it. I can't say cisgender because it makes me want to vomit when I say cis because I think it's
Cyst.
It's
Cis,
like
yeah.
cisgender. It's weird. It's a weird
well,
word to
and
me.
because a couple of people have called me that, but negatively, like
Doesn't
negatively,
cisgender mean, like,
cisgender.
you
you
were
were born
born
in the gender
that you are.
Yeah,
Got it.
but like I said earlier with Miley Cyrus, I feel like I'm more gender fluid, so don't call me cisgender if you don't know me. You don't know me. Don't call me
You don't know my
cisgender.
life. You don't
But
know me.
anyways, they say, but apparently the director's saying that it's not like that, and people need to calm their tits down. But now there's supposed to be a whole boycott for the movie.
What? Why? Because
Yeah.
there's just all white people in it?
Well, right, because they took out like the drag queens and the young black men, and it's just all
And the
Oh, it's
White
all
people.
just it's just white
yeah.
dudes.
well,
it's just a bunch
apparently
of white dudes.
it's not though. Like that's what they're saying now. They're like, wait and see the
They're saying see the movie.
Oh, people haven't
before.
even seen the movie.
No, it's just
No,
a
they
it's not even
haven't.
out. It's like a
I'm sorry.
trailer.
I'm sorry, Queen. That's like
Yeah.
going
No.
grocery shopping and being like, I can tell this isn't healthy food or something.
Right.
You
Yeah.
haven't tried
These
it.
peaches don't look organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where a lot of it started? It's an 18-year-old college student started a petition. Like
Of course.
22,000 people signed it, and she identifies as a young trans woman of color, and she was just saying, that she's the one who was part of the starting of.
The movie hasn't
Yeah.
been seen by your
No,
eyes yet.
Yeah.
there's no full copy available of the movie. No one's actually seen
It's
the
not
whole
even
thing.
I
out
mean,
theater.
some movies
Yeah.
like Twilight, you don't need to see it to know what you're in for.
Exactly.
There's no real vampires in that movie, and I am outraged.
Justin, don't you think Justin looks like a vampire?
With that hair, it's
They-
so perfect.
he's
Do you get gigs just off of your hair? It's like,
Maybe.
it's so
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thanks. It's a lace front.
that is
Uh,
that is a good that is
it's a
RuPaul
really
quality
good
lace
lace
front.
front.
Yeah, that is
That is
RuPaul
Did
quality
human.
Did
lace
Matthew
front.
Anderson do that for you? It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, completely.
It's just,
The
it's
other,
just-
and they also said people are like, well, it's supposed to be a drag queen throwing a brick, but a drag queen is a man. It's a man throwing a brick. He just happens to not have a wig on, so I don't really think it's life.
is it Ray Latrey?
That's
Or is it
I mean, we are like, I think of all time, we are at the height of drag exposure and popularity right
Oh, yeah.
now. In like 2 years, I feel like we're all gonna have no jobs anymore. But but I'm just like, it's a dude throwing a brick. It just happens to not be in like pumps.
Well, and it's the trailer. Like, everyone's just so quick to just hate on things that they don't know anything about. Millennials, calm down. Just wait. In the old days, you had to wait for the movie to come out. You were lucky if there was a trailer.
I can't believe they haven't seen it. That is a whole nother
No.
layer of like, what do you? Why?
It's crazy. It's just
Right.
feel like we're becoming like everything's becoming too PC.
Yeah,
It's
everything's
like,
so
why? Are we,
censored.
why?
Oh, so sensitive.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
eventually just stand in a room in silence and look at like a blank wall because
so
we can't say
sensitive.
anything.
It's kind of amazing. I had a gig in Irvine, which is very conservative, and I had a Caitlyn Jenner joke, and it wasn't anything bad or anything, but I just mentioned the name, and everyone was like, "Oh," and I'm like,
Just from the name.
5 months ago, you were all transphobic.
Yeah,
Now,
now
it's-
yeah,
right.
Now it's like trendy.
Yeah,
Right.
now that it's on E, it's like, oh, wow, she's just stunning.
I know. I mean, I love people of all genders, but even I'm watching it. Just of course, I'm gonna make jokes about it because
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna put yourself out into the entertainment field, heads up, you're gonna
Yeah.
get parodied.
Right.
Look at SNL.
Yeah.
Look at all these other. If you're a public figure, you're gonna be made fun of.
Right.
People are gonna poke fun at you. You can't be like, you can't do that. That's
Part of
it's
your
offensive
paycheck.
to the community. Oh, but everything else is okay.
well, it's like I got a lot of heat for my Anne Frank Snatch Game video that I did, but it's like.
Oh my god.
But Anne Frank, if you read her diary, she says that like what the world needs more than anything is like more comedy to get through hard times.
Right. Well, that's the point. You take dark matter and make light of it, and that's how we get through it.
That's
like-
what I guess. That's
Yeah.
that's
Jerry
what our
Seinfeld-
job is.
yeah,
that's all of our
that's-
jobs.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld said like political correctness is like the killer of comedy, and I always thought that was like 100% true.
Someone's
Yeah.
got to make telemarketers laugh, you know? Jesus.
Your options are to like be scared of the monster in the closet or like make light of it.
Right.
Honestly,
Right. Or make
well,
fun of it.
John Waters said in an interview, it's like we should be able to make fun of Caitlyn
Oh,
Jenner because of
absolutely.
like the family that it comes like the Kardashians
Yes.
and
Yeah,
all
I
that kind of
know.
and all the
Yes.
media hype and all like his
Yeah.
her whole life has been around that, and it's like, well, why yeah, it's like he said, why suddenly now it's like, oh no.
Yeah, well, D.L.
Right.
Hughley had a
Anything.
really. He went on The View. I want to say it was not too long ago, and he got into some trouble about making remarks about the way Caitlyn looks or something. He says, "I don't think Caitlyn's beautiful, or I don't think it's a beautiful woman." And everyone's like, "Oh!" And he's like, "Well, I'm a man. I'm allowed to say like this girl is pretty and this one is not."
Oh,
he was like,
totally.
Right.
Serena Williams. Every time I see Serena Williams, I want to have sex with her, and I'm like, that's his opinion because I would not at all. But it's like he's entitled to that opinion.
Yeah.
He can say, Caitlyn Jenner, I don't think she's a pretty girl.
Well, he did say
Right.
Laverne Cox is beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's like
it's. I mean, that's it's. tomato. Like
and
you
it's
get
just
to.
It's so PC. Like there was we did this video for Wow Presents. It's called Drag Queens React to Straight Porn.
Oh, that was great. I
And
saw that.
somebody tweeted about me, and they did 2 screenshots, and I said, "Ew, a vagina," or "Ew, I just saw a vagina," and it's like that's misogynist, and this.
Oh
this
my
and
You're
God.
gay. You're
Fucking
gay as the day
hell,
is
but-
long.
Calm down.
But I just had to bitch about that before we ended the show. But thank you, guys. Thank you, Justin Martindale and Trixie Mattel and co-host
course.
Samantha Hale.
Follow me as Trixie Mattel. I'm on every platform as Trixie Mattel. Follow me.
Follow
Trixie
me at
Mattel.
Justin Martindale. Yeah, Instagram Justin Martindale. Yeah,
At the Pandora Boxx and Pandora Boxx on Instagram.
At the Samantha Hale on Twitter and Instagram also.
Thank you guys for watching the Pandora Boxx show.
Yay.